Fennell, a leading startup lawyer, handles the matters for a lot of clients, and therefore he's very happy that when Acme calls him, he's got their documents in the Common Accord system based on standards. So we see here, if he wants to know what the transaction terms are, or remember what the transaction terms are, he goes to the transaction term sheet, which looks like this. And the transaction term sheet, we can see who the company is, who the founders are, and so forth, and each of the deal terms. You'll note that these are look kind of computerese, but Fennell likes doing it this way because everything's organized. He could use any label that he wanted, any string of text, including spaces and other things. You could use any label you could use, but this is the way the computer guys do it, and actually they do it for a reason. The dots sort of correspond to file folders. It's a way of organizing. So obviously if he wants to see more about Acme, he can see all that about Acme, their address, where they are, what they do, who the contact person is, who their counsel, that's him, Fennell. Where notices go, who the registered agent is for the company. Essentially, this is provides whatever level of richness, and each one of these people, of course, has the same thing with their information. So now he needs to look at the actual document, and so he goes back and he looks at the share purchase agreement. And what does he see in the share purchase agreement? He sees that it is the this is draft. He's got draft 2, which was essentially execution, and it happened at his office. Here, the closing method. And he can see what draft 1 was, which wasn't much. Draft 1 basically was somebody putting the document together by combining the transaction term sheet that we just looked at with the Series Seed form of agreement. So going back to draft 2 so that we see the whole thing fully put together, he pushes full text, which gives us the full view of the document, but highlighting the stuff that comes from the transaction page and giving him a way of navigating through the document by seeing how it's put together. So if we go down to the representations and warranties, he can see what the list of warranties are, all of the what did we give. This is the Series Seed standard. So he can see what they gave, and because he knows that there have been no modifications in the couple pages that he's seen, he knows that it's all the standard Series Seed stuff. Okay? This is all fed from the transaction term sheet. Now he's got an issue regarding the stock issuance. And so he sees that indeed Acme has got their modifications to what is a master form of stock of notice of grant and share and a stock option agreement. And he goes to Merrick, who is the founder. Merrick has obviously the dates and all of that and the quantities, and Merrick has got the basic deal except that there's something regarding the cliff period here, which is different than the standard that's provided to everybody else in the company. So that's Merrick, and now the co-founder is Edwards, and we see that Edwards again is based on it, but Edwards has Merrick's deal, except that Edwards has a different cliff percentage. So, and in each case, we can look at the full document as fully rendered. So, with this is the notice of option, and then we have the actual stock option agreement. For this is the U.S. model, because there's also a EU model for Acme. And you can also see it in the full text mode here. Okay, so like this, so we can see what's different and what the entire thing, how it's put together. Okay, so that's his deal. Thank you very much.